which isn't really a thing.
But I'm sure the store owner would know
if it fits this way on your product. But you can also buy things for collector's purposes, which can be used as knives.
Yeah.
But aren't actually knives, if that makes any.
So I just buy a Lego piece and.
Why was automatically reduced game sound on?
I mean, I want this all reduced.
Yeah. Do you want to play first?
Get this over.
Can I stop playing now? I broke the 3 boxes.
Hey, I can't long jump or do anything.
I fucking... This is completely... I actually forget
what... It kind of looks like the first angel, like in episode 1.
Of Evan?
Yeah. Evan.
You know what?
We need to start... we have them. We really got to embrace, like, the mental, like...
Naming?
Shorthand naming. So it's like... Because I usually call it Neon. But then there's like Rieg.
What did I call it?
Evan.
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 I like our retarded names.
Evangelion.
No, like Tite Kubo, we call him Tit. We finished the Grimjow stuff, and that whole last part of that arc is really good. It's everything leading up to it, like Pesce and Donachaka sucks, but that Grimjow fight is actually really good.
They're making me fight.
Yeah, this game is just fighting over and over again.
Do we have any weapons that like need to be... That's version 3.
Yeah, tornado launcher though. You have to tilt the controller, remember?
Yeah, it's getting me like all...
As far as I know, the second Kraken...
It like immediately starts hitting him, that's the nice thing.
Kraken Time doesn't do that.
But he's talking to me, I think I'm done.
Oh, what I was talking about is like, I like...
Really, I like that, no cutscene.
I like characters being drawn in a really unique art style.
Yeah.
So like, I was looking at all the art for like Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Yeah.
And it looks so stylized. I don't know if it was done by someone in Marvel. It was
in It's the Capcom girl that did like Marvel 1. It's just she like did more of a pencil look, like for Street Fighter Alpha and like Darkstalkers 2 and 3, stuff like that.
It's shaded like a comic book. That's why I thought it might have been Marvel.
Yeah, no, it's just her doing it.
Because comic book shading and manga shading is like, or Japanese to American is completely different.
Yeah, I just love in the game when you view the artwork because you really don't see anyone's like bottom of their artwork. It's just like it fades out and like. So, like people like Captain America are just missing a foot because it's like why draw it if you're not gonna see it? So like,
yeah, because you get that art gallery in the HD version, don't you?
It's in the original.
Is it in the original?
Yeah, you have to buy them though. Like you have to use your points and buy them.
But I was like looking at like Mega Man and Roll and like even Ryu and Ken had a cool like, little artwork.
Yeah, Ken looks like a girl.
And then immediately after that, I got disappointed because I looked at Marvel vs. Capcom 3's artwork.
Yeah, which is done by that SNK guy, but like it just doesn't look good.
It doesn't look. It looks like he's just. Ooh. Okay. It looks like he's like trying to make them real, and I don't really like it.
Yeah, because his look for like the actual SNK games was way better. But then it got more computerized looking.
So, what is the deal with Cat? You said you looked into it. Don't jump yet. You said you looked into it. The Capcom vs. SNK. That looks so fucked up.
Yeah.
Is it both the SNK guy or is it
for what Capcom vs.
Yeah.
SNK? I think they both
did. One Capcom and one SNK because each character has 2 art styles in that.
Yeah, so it must be like one Capcom. One
you have
SNK.
to use your wrench thing. Remember to move the platforms. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
I would probably put one of those on if they're giving them to you though.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, I know. I try to black this shit out too. Some guy named Foxy Fox Studios says, "What's up? What is up, my guy? We're playing the worst Ratchet and Clank game."
Just in time. We just started.
Just in time. We just started. All for one. Wait, no, sorry. Quest for Booty. I didn't call it finale. I just called it Ratchet and Clank and Quest for Booty. Oh, I'm gonna change it now.
You can at least change it mid like stream.
Yeah. And I like live updates too. I don't like the fucking title screen anymore because it doesn't have the song playing on loop. It just kind of stops when you hit the.
Yeah, what is it? A Wii channel?
Yeah.
Thing?
For SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom Re-High.
Re.
Way
back here? What is this, Jack? 2 and 3, not 1.
3 was a lot more whoa.
And now they're changing. I think they're on a real-time cycle. Like, someone's actually pulling the strings.
Oh, Chris, we got to get better because next week I'm going back to the stream schedule stuff.
Alright.
Just so we can have our good bud Richard come back.
I only subscribe for the schedule.
I only subscribe to see what songs they use in the schedule.
I like playing the Guess the Song with Brogal game.
I do like the Guess the Song with the
Yeah, it's so much better than like those anime ones.
Yeah.
I had to grab the legend.
You can still make it, I think.
Yeah, I can see in the dark. I'm actually a cat.
Well, no, those guys will fuck you is more. And they don't get affected by your wet. Or it does?
Oh. Down they went.
Does it kill them?
Oh, they're all getting rapid splashed.
What does that mean?
Like, I heard them all splashing and it was just like loud. That's one thing I love about Rehydrated, even though it's like just bad programming, is every time you die and come back, all the sounds play at the same time. So like every time in Goo Lagoon you hear all of the light things shifting, it's like, and then 2 seconds later, it's really loud because 8 of them like stacking. I also did it with the golden spatulas. I didn't talk to Patrick until I got all of his socks. So then I spawned 8 spatulas all rotating like around each other. And the PS4 version still didn't lag from that. And I collected them all, so I made a really loud bubble pop noise.
I got you soda.
You did? Where?
On the stairs.
You're beautiful.
Thank you.
They can't hit... Oh, you can hit people. Only from certain angles. You can only hit her from the back, I think. Yeah, like...
Are you telling me Ratchet can only hit it from the back?
Yeah. And only from a certain... Like, it's only from the right side. Her left. Oh, that's a bartender? Oh, is it because he actually has literal bars?
Did I ever complain to you about this game, Connor?
Probably.
All he has to do is look at it.
Yeah,
and then
so
if he looks,
you know
if it doesn't look quick enough, it's going to be over.
You know what this game's about? Ghost...
Quest for booty.
What is it? Ghost Robot Pirates. That's what it is.
Robot Pirate Island. It's literally the episode of SpongeBob. Take me to Robot Pirate Island. I don't want to go to Robot Pirate Island anymore.
In the third game, they literally make that a joke where it's like, where Captain Quark says he's like, next Quark will face ghost robot pirates. We're really running out of ideas, aren't we? It's like, you use that joke. I didn't pay attention.
You did it.
You're drinking liquid and you're a fucking robot. Oh. Look at this. Ready? Ready?
If he's like a drink dispenser, then why is he drinking? Bubble, chill. Does that have to be in a certain order?
I don't know. I'm gonna.
Is that what actual drinks are? So bubbles, which is the second one. Yeah, the yellow. And then the ice. Top it with a twister.
That's definitely a twister.
So I guess that's it.
Oh, that's those are levers on his fucking stomach.
Yeah,
I couldn't tell at first.
Dicks.
I was just like, why does he have 3 dicks protruding out of him?
Because he's got 3 bitches at home.
A dash of cyclone, a drop of hot fire, a weeb.
A weeb it.
Cyclone, fire, weeb.
I don't like that he said weeb it because that's inferring that all.
Wait, what was it?
Weebs
Wee bit of chill or wee bit of bubbly?
Bubbly. He always uses the middle one.
I don't give a shit. A pinch of lover's greed, a dash of winter's sorrow. Top it all with a golden sun and bid thee fair good morrow. Greed, sorrow, and morrow. What the hell does that mean?
Just don't give him anything.
Yeah, just fuck off and die. I'm gone. Wait, is this where you came from?
Yeah.
No, you came from the cave.
I don't know.
What do I do? Wait, it's gonna talk to you one more time.
When did I hand you the controller?
Lover's Greed? Winter's Sorrow. So, I know Winter, Fire, but what's the first one? I'm gonna just try them all.
What are you trying to do, kill me?
Wow, how did you get poisoned? You're a fucking robot. Oh, how about you kindly die?
Well, yeah, we know that, but he's being very vague.
Wait, did I just do the same thing again? You just called me out, and now you're not even gonna do anything about it. Where's my phone?
I hate Ratchet's face right now.
And Clank.
I don't like the way Ratchet's expressing his facial while holding that weapon. Top 10 games to not buy.
Greed, money, green, winter, coal. Greed equals money.
I don't see money
Green.
in the beer. All beer costs money, so you have to give them all 4 and then keep giving them more?
Oh, green. Oh, greed is money, so that means it's green. Winter is cold, so that means it's blue. Oh wait, that's not blue. It looks my bad. Blue, golden sun equals bright and yellow. I don't know how I was supposed to get that, but he said maybe green, blue, and yellow. If this wasn't on a delay, you would have been right. You would have been right. See, Foxy Fox already knows this game. I think he's messing with us. Or he's just smarter than us, which is also very, very possible.
Yeah, it's too early. I should have came later.
Yeah, what the fuck is wrong with you? Just because we're going to a video game store
that opens at 12 doesn't mean I can show up at 9:45.
Doesn't mean you can show up at 9:45 and expect me to listen to your stories.
There aren't enough.
I don't know what you're saying, though.
So there aren't enough. There aren't enough hours in this game.
The volume is too low.
This game really wasn't worth the trouble. This is the beginning again.
What?
I could do with more boobies.
Yeah, if you showed me your boobies, Tana, maybe I could do it. Am I supposed to do this?
This game wasn't worth the trouble we had to go through to get it.
Yeah,
just didn't want to be mailed here.
How come you get your game from other regions, but I don't get mine?
Yeah, how come with Analog, like, they, really suck with their customer service and people don't get what they ordered, and people are complaining that they ordered, like, the Analog DAC. I don't think so. People are complaining that they ordered the Analog DAC and, like, aren't getting them anytime soon, but I was able to order one, and it came in, like, 3 days. And hopefully at State Line today they have a 32X, so that I can actually use the DAC that I bought for it. Speaking of Analog, so the NT Mini that I couldn't pre-order because they sold out, it was supposed to ship this month, and they just announced like the other day that the deliveries for all their pre-orders are being delayed till November.
What is it?
The NT Mini. It was supposed to ship in July, and in July they announced that it's now being delayed till November.
Did you do this grinding section?
No. So everyone, like, most people are upset. And
oh my god, you're upset that a global pandemic is stopping you from playing a video game?
Yeah. And, like, it's because they had bad PR where they announced the month of it being, like, shipped that it was now being delayed for 4 more months.
They probably didn't know.
I guess not, but they've always just had bad PR.
Oh, a non-official company has bad PR. Who could have thought it?
Well, they've been around for a long time. But something like $500. Yeah, they should have done it sooner. But
I'll give it this. This world looks nice.
yeah.
But you know what it just reminds me of?
What?
That world from Ratchet 2.
Yeah. But people are now assuming, because they also announced the Analog Pocket before the NT Mini, and the NT Mini's it has a release date, while the Pocket just said out shipping in 2020 at some point, and people are just thinking it's now pushed off till next year.
Most likely.
People said, oh, December 31st, Analog Pocket is now delayed till 2021.
I ordered Loco Roco on the PS4 from Japan because it never was released on PS4 in America.
Yeah.
Or was it download only or something like that?
Download only.
But the Japanese version has English options, so it doesn't make that much of a difference for me.
It's not really a text-based game at all.
Yeah. I think it's more so like tutorials and shit, how to play the game.
And it's even really minimal, because it's one of those, just pick up and play games.
Not Patapon. Patapon is like, by the way, you could do 3 things and they're all different button combinations.
Yeah. Loco. I don't think I'm supposed to make that noise. This is the best game I've ever played.
Have you beaten Patapon yet?
Me? No, I've barely gotten anywhere in it. I want to beat it. Oh, I'm supposed to... That's right.
Loco is not worth... It's 100% not worth 100%ing.
Is it fun, at least?
Yeah, if you're not going for everything. Because it's like a, app game kind of thing. But levels get long. And having to replay them to get everything again is not worth it.
How few people do you think have beaten,
Oh, no. It's the music one! Me and Connor got this. I didn't know what you're supposed to do. Is this really just going to be the rest of the game? This is the last level? Oh. I hate this kind of stuff.
yeah.
The worst part in Banjo is the turtles. Engine Room was actually my best friend. The only thing I'm happy about with the NT getting delayed is that they're like, we apologize, for this will, upset people, and if you want to refund your pre-order, you can.
I already forgot.
It's simple. When you kill the lightning rod.
Wait.
It's a long song. But the thing I'm happy about with people refunding their pre-orders is maybe they'll actually have enough now, and then maybe put them back up for sale. Or the delay will allow them to manufacture even more, so then I can actually have my chance.
Oh, I see.
Because this is dumb that I wanted to get it, but this is before, I was getting my unemployment stuff, and, I was still working, and I just didn't have enough in my account because they didn't take Discover cards where I could have just put it on credit and then paid it off later. So I had to use my Visa, and I just didn't have enough. And then as soon as the next paycheck came and I had enough, they sold out. So I was really pissed off, because now at State Line I'm going to buy an NES if they have it, but I want to get a top loader one, so those actually work. If they don't, then I'll just order it online, but I'm really hoping the NT Mini just goes back on sale. Because they have really bad customer service, but their products are top notch. I also found out that their first product I think was a Neo Geo. It wasn't even in HD, but it was just
what a good company.
I'm finding that out from CGR. They're probably the greatest company to exist. SNK.
Neo Geo is great.
Yeah, and Analog manufactured a Neo Geo MVS, and it was made of wood. But this is back in 2011, and they sent Mark one, so all the Neo Geo games he reviewed, he did it on an Analog thing. But it was high quality, even though it was just standard definition. But Analog doesn't even list it in their history of consoles. Maybe it was just a very limited thing that they sent out to people YouTubers and stuff.
I was thinking too hard about it. I thought I was supposed to play all of them. Like, he'll show me the next part, and I have to play the first part with the next part, but no, you just have to play the next part.
Yeah. If he's like, if you're really Darkwater, then play the song, why does he have to play it first to show you? If you were actually Darkwater, you just know it.
Yeah.
It would have been a better puzzle if you saw it on a wall, like, it just written out.
Oh,
or something.
so, Dishonored?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather play Dishonored than those.
Don't enable him. It's just so weird. You know what I've been also reading about? General consensus, this is better than Tools of Destruction.
Maybe people just hated Tools, and they're like, at least I don't have to play it.
So they said this
as
felt
long.
more focused and had better theming than just being a Pixar movie.
It is all themed at their pirate stuff, but I don't like the pirate stuff. Pirates couldn't be great, just not here.
Name a game with good pirates.
SpongeBob. Back then. Because they kind of dropped that pirate stuff. One Piece.
I'm
Final Fantasy V.
I'm Monkey D. Luffy. I got the devil proof of mirrors.
Yeah, Egyptian cat god gave a pirate kid a fruit and he ate it and became rubber. Yeah, a real good pirate show. Oh, now you're just talking to me in gameplay.
What?
It's like, John,
you gotta speak up. You gotta speak up, sir. Oh, wait, can I turn these?
I'm fatter and I put all my games in a box that are going in the attic because I don't play video games anymore. I'm a racist non-gamer.
Who?
John.
Oh. I don't know if he's racist, he's just stupid.
Yeah, he's just dumb. And I'm also 300 pounds. You know, Aaron at least used to take me into the gym and help me be more fit, and now that I hate him, I'm gonna get fat on purpose. Oh, it's so hard.
Oh no. Yeah, especially when you can't really see the shadow. That's always fantastic.
You have to pull it back more. Yeah, you gotta pull the whole thing back.
I see. I didn't notice the eye there.
These are, you know, whatever puzzles. But Ratchet never really did stuff like this. If I wanted more puzzles, I'd just play Zelda.
I don't think even in the original... Why does that change the camera? I don't even think in the original games that Ratchet really had a good puzzle.
They're usually just, you know, that hacking stuff that frustrated me. Because apparently, like...
I can't match it up to the eye. Oh,
it's stuck behind it. So apparently, we got, like, some news about Breath of the Wild 2. It was literally just, like, a few little development things. They said the whole reason they're making the game is because they had so many ideas for DLC for the first Breath of the Wild that it was enough to make its own game. And I think just judging by the trailer, we're going to have proper dungeons, which people really hated Breath of the Wild for, but I don't mind it. It was a change of pace. But I think the second game will actually have full-fledged dungeons.
I can't, like...
And Hyrule Castle was like it was a dungeon. And it was really cool because it was an actual castle.
That looks perfect. What are you talking about? Oh, you stupid shit! Fucking...
Look at Ratchet.
I hate. Can you open the door now? Oh my god, I just did. Oh yeah, okay. What made you think that? Tana? I know her name's not Tana. What is Nanoswarmers? Oh yeah, the one that just sits here and lets me win.
Yeah, once you fully upgrade. It's already at version 3 and it's gonna be about to be version 4. It's about to be version 5. That's about to be virgin.
I know you probably don't care, but the Game Grumps are playing
this
Sonic Heroes. and I guess this is legitimate, and I thought it was fake, but it's not. I guess one of the developers actually emailed Aaron after the game started and explained like the development of the game, and I guess the game had so many bugs bogging it down that the development notes said if it's not game breaking, don't consider it a bug. Because it was, he said there was like page upon page of like patch notes. And then he also said that the game looks intentionally awful because they wanted to make it easier time porting it to consoles.
Yeah, that's always the excuse. Like with Battle for Bikini Bottom, apparently they put invisible walls to make it easier to port to the Switch.
That doesn't make
no
any sense.
Yeah.
What does invisible walls have to do with port?
So it was a Smash Wii U and 3DS.
Also,
3DS
if you're not
if
you're not taking steps to make the port in the first place, you probably shouldn't be making the port.
Yeah, because usually they outsource it to other companies, but maybe they just didn't feel like it and they had to do it themselves, so they just got lazy.
Let's be honest. What is the company that made it?
Sega?
No, the SpongeBob.
Purple Lamp?
Yeah, they're already an outsourcing company, so that is the company they would hire to make somebody else's game for them.
I just wish like those outsourcing companies actually did really good, but they're always just these low budget things that purposely make the games worse. Like Guitar Hero.
Sanzaru made the Sonic Boom games.
Really?
Not like the one on console, but I'm pretty sure they're the ones that made the 3DS ones.
It's like they always hired this company called Budcat to port Guitar Hero to like the PS2 and the Wii, and purposely make them dog shit. It's like, let's remove online and just bog the graphics down and make them look like PS1. And like Guitar Hero used to be built for the PS2, and then the rest of the games looked worse. That was when I knew. It's like, I'm not all for graphics. I'm not gonna buy a console because it has better graphics than the Wii. But if I had my choice for a game to look better, I'm gonna take it on the higher quality console. Like, I'm not buying Switch ports over PS4 anymore after a crash, and I was very smart to buy Rehydrated on PS4 because it does just play, it performs much better. And sure, Max is making the point, yeah, it can be mental, like when Sand Mountain is just filled with fog, and like you can just see the geometry of the level as you're sliding down it. It's not good in terms of performance, but it is funny to look at, and that's fine. But just like the frame rate is always consistently smooth in the PS4, and it's not in the Switch. And I'm sure, frame rates, but like it's constant. Games like constantly chugging in the Switch version.
Did it like bleep it?
Yeah. And it just like is sharper looking, it's higher quality, so it's like why we got you
have you ever seen Spyro on the Switch?
No.
Oh my god, Nexter's clothes aren't modeled, they're textured onto him. It's so gross. But you know what? You know why Max thinks it's the best port? Because all of it's on the disc. Or the cartridge.
Yeah.
Even though the new if you buy Spyro Reignited now, it's all on disc because they compressed it to the point where they can fit it. I can't see anything.
Yeah, 7's 100 gigabytes, but that's also because it has a download data disc.
I've never met someone who hates a Hat in Time more than Connor.
I don't like it.
At least it wasn't a very long game.
I mean,
collectathons aren't very long.
The DLC we never did.
Oh, really?
Because it's not on the PS4. It's only on PC and Switch.
So I have to do it now.
I'm gonna buy it for Switch, just because it's downloaded on the PS4, and I'd rather have a physical copy.
I heard Mikey Kelly again.
How do they get away with that? I hope they're like low-key keeping it just so they can keep paying him. Because like, don't they have to pay him if they use his voice clips again?
Probably. Or were there some fine print you didn't read where they don't have to pay?
It's like, we will use you for game after game when you're gone. How do you drop?
It's a weird button. L2?
R2?
R2?
Yeah.
See, that's what I don't like. It's like, why are the button choices are very strange.
You know what I never noticed? Did you know
It's
Yuri
like
Lowenthal played Ben 10?
Really?
Yeah. The adult Ben 10, not the child Ben 10.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just in anything, really. And, like, it doesn't matter what the budget is. He's in Tome.
But yeah, didn't he know Curb? Isn't that why he was in Tome? Tome had like an all-star cast.
I know, it's crazy. Like all those webmasters were all famous voice actors.
Duke Nukem,
Todd Abercorn,
Yuri Lowenthal,
Kylie Bear.
Kylie Bear, that's Aizen and Gohan and all them.
Yeah, and then Michelle Knotts, who was like in Pokemon.
What do I...
And JonTron. I mean, he wasn't a webmaster, but he's in the show. And Curb was in it twice.
Yeah.
Playing two different characters.
Yeah, completely different characters. I've never seen two characters so different. I used to think that was so cool. It's like, your hint is that each of their first lines is, well, it's about time. What? That's not...
I think he had to point it out. But it's like, that's so cool. And I even guessed it.
I mean, it's kind of obvious.
Yeah. Because, like, I couldn't have gone off the original because it wasn't the case in TTA. Like, same with Game Crazed and Softy.
I don't understand his thinking with Tome, though. Because, like, you can make anything, dude. And yet you just make the same show 3 times.
Yeah. And then,
and now you're making a game
and then the blob guy and the skater guy are also the same. He really just loved doing that. Let's take 2 characters and make them the same person.
Well, the blob guy
3
and the
times.
skater guy wasn't supposed to be a... Like, oh my god, is that...
Yeah. Because, yeah, all 3 of those sets of characters were different in the original. And they were all people. None of them were AI. Because, like, Game Craze had a little brother in, like, the original. But I even guessed it, like, in Tome. It's like, oh, Game Craze is an AI.
I don't know how I feel about the whole ending of that show.
Yeah. I haven't really noticed that. A lot of endings of things are just let down.
It's really, like, The Promised Never... I don't know if you know what this is at all. But The Promised Neverland just finished, and the ending was, like, really disappointing.
Mm.
It's from Shonen Jump, but it's weird because it's like a horror show. It's not like the typical fighting.
Yeah.
They have, like, a new manager at Shonen Jump, and he's the one that canceled a lot of things.
Like, hope he cancels Dragon Ball.
He canceled weekly. There's a difference between weekly and all that shit.
Yeah.
But he canceled a lot of things, which includes Haikyuu, and a bunch of other things I can't remember. But Haikyuu was ending anyway, so it didn't make much difference. Nisekoi.
Mm.
I don't know. I need a fucking lamp, but I threw it and now it's gone.
Right.
I can't. Can you turn off the light? Because I really can't see anything.
I can't see a thing!
Oh, so there's this stage in A Hat in Time I want to use. It's called the Birdstar Studios, and I want, like, midway through the stage, I want it to be a, in our All-Star thing, I want it to be, like, because it's a movie studio, right? So who better to show up than the man, the legend himself, Johnny Cage, and have a full crossover with Mortal Kombat characters?
Yeah. I think we should put Dante's Inferno into the game.
I think it's already in it.
Yeah, because now we can have 2 Dantes.
Oh, the reason I didn't was because it's not a video game.
Well, yeah, it's based on like.
It's based on an actual novel. Yeah. The rights to it would be. It's why I took out Star Wars. I don't have a bug. How do they expect me to do this? Do they want me to go all the way back? But I can't.
Also, the game is literally God of War and Devil May Cry. Kind of want it though.
We have it.
Oh yeah.
Mikey, yeah.
Falling again. I've noticed that, like, endings to a lot of things are usually disappointing. I know there's a lot of pressure, but, like, Inuyasha, like, Final Act, it was nice that they, finally got to the point, but, like, Naraku was never a good villain, and his ending was just as bad as he was.
So, there was a show I watched, and you... Okay?
He didn't land.
Oh, is that a high point to the game, Chris? Is that he didn't land? So, like, there's a show... What the hell is it called? It's about the guy who takes other people's powers by going into their body. I know that probably doesn't help you. what the fuck is it called? Okay, so there's this show about a guy that does shit and shit happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's a great description. So the whole ending of the show could have been great, but they crammed so much in the last act that like it just kind of bogged it down. So it's you know how it was a novel series first. You know how like sometimes like a whole novel is like probably like a 35 episode show. Mm-hmm. They put like 2 novels into 2 episodes. And like it's a good story because the more powers he takes, the more like he loses control of his own mind. But watching that slowly happen would have been fucking god. Watching that slowly happen would have been way better than just seeing it in the span of like a montage of 2 episodes. I feel like they try like the Bleach thing too. I like the ending of the show, the Fullbring arc, because it felt like it had like, oh, things could continue, but it's good now. Yeah. But then the ending of the manga is like, because it's so rushed. It's like, oh, by the way, 20 years later, it's just like Juha gets beat in a single blow, and it's like, ugh.
Kingdom Hearts 3, I mean, that entire game was awful, but the ending was especially bad. That was the worst part of the game.
Oh, yeah, because Xehanort's a good guy. You know what I just noticed just now? It's just the ending of Kingdom Hearts 2, Xehanort. I will be the bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
Remember what Sora and Riku said at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2?
We'll be the darkness.
We'll be the darkness. They literally just copied it.
Yeah, because history repeats itself. That's like the whole thing of that game. And we have like so many trios of characters, so many duos of characters. Like, they're all just the same.
And so, in one case, it literally is the same.
Yeah, because they're all the same people. And
Roxas had a really good conclusion in the end of 2. I don't understand why they brought him back.
Yeah. Then like 358's kind of pointless. Like, we get that he was an organization, but like, do we really need to know more?
Do I?
Sometimes you don't need full details. Like, why does it matter what he was eating sea salt ice
Hey,
cream
at least we know
whatnot?
what the X meant. We're totally taking 2 separate cars to State Line.
Yeah.
I did not.
I shouldn't have invited him.
Yeah, let's get rid of him. Yeah, that was news for me, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, I invited him.
Fuck! I made a mistake! God damn, I'm having trouble.
How come she sounded more swollen than him?
No, make a note right now. Just be like, do not edit in front of Connor.
Can we edit Spiral in front of the old rig?
Fucking.
That needs to be in like a soundproof vault. Or just with headphones, actually.
Just the last part.
That was all of it.
Was it all of it? He was there for all of it.
Yeah, but like, you know,
Shut it off.
On screen like drama and whatnot was going down.
I cut out some of it. I don't think I cut out nearly enough though.
Cut the whole thing.
I'm gonna stab myself with the knife I'm gonna tell you to buy. For fuck's sake.
Yeah, we'll go knife shopping one of these days.
Just practice knife safety. Don't just whip it out at any moment. Only whip it out when you actually need
I watched
it.
Taxi Driver. I know how to use a knife.
I don't know what that is.
It's the Robert De Niro movie that allegedly is what Joker stole.
What are you talking about?
The movie Joker.
But jump button's not fucking working.
At least you're leveling up. Make these falls a little easier. But there's a lot of parallels between the two movies. It's just literally about someone like singing to insane, or someone with mental illness like becoming a killer. I like Taxi Driver more. But I know Max really loved Joker. I just told him it's like not my cup of tea kind of movie. I'm not really into like psychological horror. I wouldn't even really call it. It's just like, you know, sinking to becoming a murderer kind of thing. But Taxi Driver, I think, was just more well done because it wasn't like the main focus.
I think people like it for the same reason people like. Oh, what's his name? There's a character. Goku Black Zamasu. It's a de-evolution. So like when characters evolve, you see like from bad to good, right? Mm-hmm. They're like
good to bad.
They're evolving, and then you understand it. But like in Zamasu's case, it's fascinating to see because it's from bad to good, or from good to bad.
Yeah.
And you also see his steps and why he thinks the way he does, and it's still you look at it, you understand why he's doing it. So I think people really like that because people get why the Joker or whatever. Again, I've never seen the film, so I can't really make commentary because I have no authority to.
That's how it is. It's like that's the focus of the movie. Taxi Driver, it's more like he was already kind of disturbed, and
I also don't like the movies where it's just like I've seen a lot of things that's like, did this really happen in the Joker? It's like it shows a scene. It's like I don't.
Yeah, it's a made up story it's like a. It's a what if scenario like of the origin of the Joker, and it's also like talking about how there could be more than one Joker. It's like a title like someone else becomes the Joker kind of thing.
You say kind of thing a lot.
Yeah.
I just called Mackenzie out for that because she does it too.
Mm-hmm.
She just says kind of thing. Like ending a lot of sentences.
I do that at work. Like I'll be telling because people try to negotiate with me on what they can have and what they can't, and I'm just like, it's one of those like you come and you put your name on the list kind of thing.
There are people starving in Africa. I don't give a shit about your nut allergy. You're eating it.
They don't have nut allergies. They just have
they have
poisonous water allergies.
I'm gonna piss in your drink and then watch as you drink every last drop. Eat your
I also need to buy tissues.
I also need to buy a gun to shoot myself after what I just saw.
Can we go to the store so I can buy some tissues?
Yeah, it's tissues and a gun.
So that'll be the reason we're gonna take separate cars. Kind of like, we'll buy tissues together.
No, we'll blow our noses right next to each other, and then we'll put the tissues together so our snot becomes paired, just like our friendship.
Speaking of snot, because yesterday I went out to lunch with Dad, Katie, and Ethan, and like Ethan was talking about how at work he used to like talk with his friends about like coming up with their own inventions that were really ridiculous. My dad immediately goes, "Oh, like selling your own snot."
I mean, to be fair, the YouTube girl named Alinity sold her own bath water.
Yeah.
And made a lot of money, mind you.
Yeah, weird people want that.
No, I can't even call her weird because, like, it's sold.
Yeah.
So, like...
It's a bad idea, but she's not weird for thinking. It's funny to think about because it's so ridiculous. We're laughing at the people who bought it.
Fucking, you know who Critical is?
Yeah.
He made a video, and he was just like... These people, but you don't understand. This is Alinity's money because she came back. They're like, the people are just holding on to it for her. It's so funny. That hurts.
It looks like a wind turbine that'll push you up. But then it wouldn't benefit you because you don't have Clank. What's the kill in button?
Is this the guy that launched us in the beginning?
I don't know.
Looks like him. Here.
Yeah, I gotta get that leveled up.
I like how subtly he threw it. Here. A gift from a friend. Maybe I should probably send something else out to
Yeah, where's Mr. Zircon when you need him?
Yeah.
I didn't like this game because he had Mr. Zircon in it.
Mr. Zircon is my least favorite Naruto character. You remember when Naruto's fighting Sasuke? Sasuke's it's like, Naruto! Sasuke! Oh, Mr. Zircon.
SpongeBob!
SpongeBob. Sosuke Aizen.
See,
Mr. Zircon.
Mr. Zircon would be the best if people just modded him so it's just playing Hotel Mario audio.
Why? Okay, why specifically?
Because it's him. It's Hotel Mario.
Is it?
Yeah, I remember I was talking about it's like the guy who voices Mr. Zircon is just Mario. So having him and Clank's dad as two different Marios in the game together. on a Sony game. 2 different Marios in a Sony game. See, that's some like Did You Know gaming that no one would know. You know, that's not fair. And you got hit and
did not take any damage.
You're that strong. Can't you get to like that in Ocarina where you get the double like health where it's got the white rim around it? Like sometimes you can get hit and it won't actually take anything off. Or I think it just does like a quarter every time or something.
In Ocarina?
Yeah, you know, in like the end, you have to get the golden gauntlets and you can throw the pillar near Ganon's castle, and then you can go in and the fairy gives you like double defense.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it puts the white around all your hearts.
Oh yeah, sometimes you get hit and it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, it's like you're just really strong.
Well, it does, but...
It's like a quarter health.
Yeah.
It's an invisible...
Yeah.
Like that,
But also at the end of the... You only really notice that if you're not at the end of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you go back to like one of the first dungeons.
Yeah.
Wow, why did I
just like common enemies,
that?
Like a Tektite bouncing into you won't really do anything.
Hey guys. Hey, we just went into the news. Do you want to play this game? No, really. It's like Sponge.
I realize that I have to man up and... Yeah. I realize that I have to man up and like stop handing you the controller when things are too hard for me and just actually do them.
Well, didn't I tell you that?
But if I just don't want to play this, then I'm just going to let you play it.
But didn't I tell you that? And you were just like, well, as long as the game gets beat, I don't care.
Yeah. But it's like, if it's dumb difficulty, like sometimes in any of these games, these kinds of games, then it's more just like it's bad and I don't want to be the one playing it because it's just, you know, repetitive. You die and you're sent all the way back kind of thing. But, you know, if it's like an actual proper difficulty, then I gotta do it. Like if I'm playing Castlevania, it's just when we play Mega Man, we're gonna have the cushion of
at least it's already at level
save
5.
state and turbo and that kind of stuff.
I can't believe it's only like a little past 11 now. I think. Yeah, it's only 11:03. Just to recover the star. You know why I said it like that? The star. Mario had one last chance to recover the star.
One chance and it's taken out of the game.
Connor wants to do like a race thing, and he was like, you know, like versus. I'm like, shut up. But that way I do want to do. It's kind of like what me and you did with Spyro.
This is how you go to other worlds. If they're not other worlds, it's all one planet, and you're taking a boat.
Yeah, it's definitely.
People really.
This is the end.
People really like how it's all. Oh yeah, you're back to your first area. What is this, Sly 3?
What is this, Ratchet and Clank 1, where you go back to Veldin to fight?
Yeah.
Because he's trying to destroy his... Whatever happened to that Ratchet, where they're butting heads, but at the end of the day, they compromise?
Yeah. This is something after the first game they really couldn't do. I mean, they could. It would have been nice if they kept butting heads. Like, they know they're best friends, but they always just have their differences.
No, me and you never disagree, right? Right? I said right.
Wrong. Left.
Left. How about I rip off your pinky toe and make you
I'm not friends with
swallow
you anymore
it?
because I'm a hard left and you're a hard right, so we can't. That's
Yeah,
it.
both physically.
I'm gonna voice the fact that we're not friends anymore on Facebook.
both
in front of
physically
everyone.
and literally.
Yeah.
Because
I only get hard on the left side.
Oh, the final boss.
Oh, that's Sir Dan just flying around and kill him. Is this the final boss?
Yep. I'm pretty sure.
In those games like this, it's like you're just here in the final boss, like Spyro 3. No, Spyro never speaks to the sorcerers.
I think this is like the whole last level is the final boss.
Spyro 3, like they don't actually speak. It's just take up your arms.
I don't understand
Let's
why
go.
they didn't add a scene. Sanzero. They were just like, we can't. It's like the SpongeBob thing. Why couldn't they just have added Patrick's Dream? Why did they advertise that they were going to?
And then like, oh,
and then not do it. Yeah. Do you know about that, Connor?
No.
The
So,
part of the
original Battle for Bikini Bottom had cut content, like in SpongeBob's dream, where you can go to everyone's dreams. Patrick had a full dream where it was gonna be like you're going through candy and sweets and desserts and stuff, but they had to cut it. So it's like the geometry and all that. It's like an unfinished level, but in the actual game, you just go in his house and he's just in darkness and he just gives you the golden spatula and that's it. And then there's supposed to be a fight with a robot Squidward, but all of that was cut. So for Rehydrated, they're like, we're adding the cut content back into the game. So the game comes out and it's all the same from the original, and they're like, oh, in multiplayer it's there. In the trailers, they did show Robot Squidward in multiplayer, though. Because theoretically, there wouldn't really be a place for him in the main game, because you fight a robot at the end of each hub, like each area of the hub, and there's only 3 areas. So it all makes sense, and it's just the 3 playable characters. Because then they should have added like a robot Mr. Krabs and like a robot Gary. And also Robot Squidward's in the Game Boy Advance version. And then they added him in Truth or Square, but that game sucks. It's made by Heavy Iron, but it's just way later,
like,
and I just don't like it.
They made like, did you watch the video I told you about where they like he finds all the geometry that was still there for Patrick's Dream and all? It's like, why did they add all that? Go through the effort of mapping it all out and then just say fuck it, because that was dropped really early into the development from what it looked like.
Yeah. Because they wanted to keep it true to the. Well, their excuse is they wanted to keep it true to the original and not add any levels and stuff like that. They wanted to make it just a straight port. Which I think, like, adding cut content like that is fine. Like, cut music should always be, like, re-added in.
Remember in when they first showed off Dino Mines, and people were like, why did you add the greatest hits music?
Yeah, that's dumb. It's like cut music that could have had a place or something like that. It was a really missed opportunity in Marvel 2 HD, because in the original, I think in the Dreamcast version, they were going to have online capabilities, but they cut it, and they actually had a song for the network lobby, and it was a really nice song that didn't sound anything like any of the others in the game, and they could have used it for, like, online, because they added that into the HD Marvel 2, and they didn't. It's just the regular menu song. And, you know, the fact that your 2 menu songs are very repetitive, it would have been nice to have a nice sounding song that's really long. It's not that long, but, like, it's the best, like, one of the best songs in the game.
Remember when people complained to Christian Whitehead that he added back a stage and music that was cut from Sonic CD?
Yeah.
Or was it Sonic CD? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't know.
In the port of,
Oh, yeah. Oh, Sonic. I thought you were talking about Mania for a second. It was like a CD level. I don't know what was cut from it that he added in.
it was that stage. I can't remember what it was called, though.
Oh, you're thinking of Sonic 2.
Is it Sonic 2?
Yeah, the Hidden Palace.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
added...
because they had that stupid area where you can fall down into a pit of spikes that you literally can't get out of. And if you're Supersonic, you have to wait there until your rings run out. And then, like, if you're regular Sonic, you keep losing rings, and they're probably going to keep picking one up. So you gotta wait for the time to run out.
How do I... Oh.
So yeah, they added it so instead of the spikes, you just fall down, and now you're in a brand new level, and it's Mystic... Or... It's Hidden Palace.
Did you see that?
Yeah, the bridge. It's Hidden Palace. The only problem is, like, he didn't want to use the music, because he thought it didn't... He thought it sounded out of place for a level. So he added a multiplayer Mystic Cave song instead. And then he even made a new boss and everything for it. It's just one act.
Wasn't it all, like, illegal, too? Like, he didn't get the rights to do it?
He probably did.
Because I know he started, like, his first port was not legally made.
Oh, that was a proof of concept, I think.
He
didn't
said
want to, like, Sonic
he said
3.
he did it illegally, and then they
Bless
paid him to do it legally.
Well, Sega, you know, is more lenient with that kind of stuff, because they know they can't make a game. So they're like, if someone else can do it.
Hey, can you, take care of this? Very fitting because of the game we're playing, by the way. You know what I'm talking about, right?
What?
I forgot my wallet.
Yeah.
Could you want to take those? Oh,
What if I said that? What if I brought my whole wish list of games to get at State Line,
and you got everything?
and I got it all, and then as soon as I'm about to pay, I forgot
My wallet.
The Cuphead show, I don't know.
Oh yeah, I texted you about it.
Well, yeah, because they have the trailer, and it's only like a little bit of footage, and I don't know, because it reminds me of just that those Mickey Mouse shorts that they have on Disney Channel, where it's, you know, pretending to be like the old cartoons, but it just doesn't look like them. It's done on like Flash or something like that. It's like that. It's trying to kind of mimic the style of Cuphead, but it's clearly not. There's no I mean, I don't expect them to put, the grain filters and whatnot on it and the sound filters, but it just looks like Mickey Mouse, like Disney Channel shorts.
Mm.
And the humor
is it done by the same people?
I don't think so.
Why does the rain only show up like that when I stop time? You see what I mean?
Yeah. And like they're all gonna have voices and whatnot, and it just seems like obnoxious, like cartoon stuff. It's only gonna be 10-minute episodes.
Yeah, and he sounds really interesting, by the way. Hey guys, it's literally what he sounds like.
I'll watch it, but I don't know if I'd like it very much. And the World Ends With You at least looks really good. Like, it looks like the art style looks good. It just doesn't look like
it's animated very well.
Yeah, it's kind of like the game.
I don't know if you heard about that before I texted you it. But
yeah, I did. I just didn't see the trailer yet.
Yeah, Sharky sent it to me, and he seems very excited. But like, it's just the same thing again. I'm hoping though, if that sequel does lead to anything, it just leads to a show, so I don't have to play it. I can just watch it.
Because like the Phoenix Wright show was really, I mean, I didn't see anything, but just looking at the front cover and like any footage from the show is very bland compared to the actual game, which is extremely expressive, and like the voices were over the top in the game, and then instead Funimation just had their people.
There's no voices in the game.
It was like, hold it, an objection, and all that.
Oh, that?
Yeah, just the little like voices.
Why would I let this guy
And
out?
Sam Riegel played Phoenix Wright in like Marvel 3 and stuff, and no, they're just like, let's get Eric Vale and just all these Funimation people to play them. And one thing
why wouldn't they just get the...
Because Funimation sucks.
Oh yeah, also Funimation has the rights to something else that I can't remember what it was. I just saw they had the rights.
They're the ones that like put up the trailer for World Ends With You, so I think they probably have the rights.
Oh, that's probably what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think they're going to be dubbing it, so they're probably not going to have the voices come back. Which, to be fair, a lot of them weren't really famous people, but some of them were. Like, Travis Willingham is in it.
Who cares about if you're famous? If you're good for the role, you're good for the role.
Yeah, like, I'm fine. I'm just saying that if they're not famous, they're probably not in the business anymore and wouldn't come back. Like the guy who played, like, Neku, I don't think he was really in anything else, except SpongeBob, apparently, when he was a kid.
Did you see that?
But, like, if they're famous, they're, still around and could be contacted and whatnot.
I mean,
but Funimation, they're cheap and they're just going to, use their people.
If you take,
Neku,
what is it?
You were smarter than that. Give up on the world and you give up on yourself.
You know what I don't like? I don't like the voice of Crash that they're using in the new Crash game.
I didn't really hear
It's the same
of it.
guy, but it's got that wabba doo kind of sound to it instead of like just the typical 1, 2, 3 sounds. That's like the extended universe Crash. I don't know. I heard it in gameplay and I did not need no likey.
Yeah, I'll watch the World Ends With You show. I'm not like the most excited for it, but at least it's really trying to mimic the art style. But Phoenix Wright really didn't try at all. It just looks really bland. Like Max had it on Blu-ray and he just didn't like it, so he tried snapping the discs.
Who?
Max. And he managed to not snap it in half, but snap a tiny, like a chunk of it off. And then he put it back in the case. And then we had Burger King, so we put it in the Burger King bag, and then we threw it out in his backyard. Because he originally had that and that Persona 5 thing he got from GameStop, which was like a box. It was like a loot box or something like that. And he should have read the side of it because it said Funko on it. And he opened it up, and there were some Funko Pop figures and something else really disappointing. And it was one of those like mystery boxes. And so he wasted his money. So he left that and the Phoenix Wright Blu-ray in my car, and he's like, maybe we can sell these somewhere one day. We just never did, because like no one buys Blu-rays or anything. So we ended up just throwing them out as trash.
Can I give you my copy of Final Bout, just so you can get rid of it? Not Final Bout. That movie for GT. Because I have it. It's part of that season collection thing.
Bring it to State Line and see if he'll take it. The thing is, I don't think he really takes them.
I don't think he will.
Because the only things we're able to sell there is when Max brought DVDs, and it was only because Frank really wanted them. He said like normally he doesn't take them, but because he brought Hey Arnold and Superman, I think it was the hell's the one that everyone loves called?
Superman. Yeah, it's just Superman.
Not the older. Not
Oh, Man of Steel.
Man of Steel, yeah, that one. He brought that, I think. And he was just like, I wouldn't take these to sell in the store, but I'm going to buy them off you because I want them.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah. I just don't think he's going to want GT. I think of it.
Yeah, no.
I don't even know if they have if they're buying any games, like if they're going to be policy, like they're not buying any used games or whatever.
I have nothing to return, so I don't really care.
I was gonna sell a Genesis controller because I want to buy a 6-button one, and I already have 2 3-buttons. And then I was thinking, the Genesis I gave you, the controller really sucks, so you can take it. I have it. Because I just don't know if he's gonna buy any controllers or anything like that. So.
Which one is it? Genesis controller?
Yeah.
Oh.
It works fine and everything. It's just like your B button on the one I gave you just barely works. And I just want a 6-button controller.
It's a good thing half the time that there's 2 buttons for each action in every video game, unless it's a fighting game.
Yeah. And that's, well, I'm not going to get any fighting games in the Genesis, but like 6 buttons just feel way better. Like this controller like hurts to use after a while.
Yeah, it's the same thing. I was playing Crash on the. I'm not gonna make this point because I don't want to just tell you everything that's gonna be in my videos because like then there's no point in you watching my videos.
Is this it?
My phone fell out.
That's it?
I just beat him.
But that might not be. It's probably bonus world, super bonus round. That's the worst name for the last level of any Spyro game. Just like the level, like you go there and it's like the location itself is called super bonus round. Like you open a map and you got Chicago and California, super bonus round. Nasty's loot makes sense. Dragon Shores makes sense. What do we die in Borderlands? But it's not glitching out and like off to the side, so it's just black.
Here's your connection. This is literally all that.
This is the only thing you need to see to understand Kraken Time.
Yes.
Bad. Yeah, remember this guy? Ratchet and Clank. Is that Dark Water?
No.
Oh, it's nefarious. Do they worship him?
He's a doctor.
Oh. But they didn't actually check his PhD. They're just like, oh, he had doctor in his name.
Do you know how jarring this was for people? Because it's like, the first game, Tools was so disconnected from the original games. To bring Nefarious back.
Yeah.
That ship would be destroyed at the beginning of A Crack in Time. Did you do what I think you just did? You fucking asshole.
And how are they gonna get to the radio station?
I think it's kind of funny, actually. Like, the only place those two fit is behind a monitor where I can't see them.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, don't hit the crate with that fucking stick, or else there will be bolts and we'll be in the water.
And we'll become bolts. Because you're just ahead only a few bolts. And it makes sense that he's just ahead, so he's just going to become a radio guy. Radio disc jockey.
Yeah, that's it.
Good.
An hour and 3 minutes. Hey, that guy liked our video.
Vladimir the Russian. Yeah, that's going to get taken out. People are going to cancel culture this game.
What?
It said Vladimir the Russian, like that was his nickname. Beast, not going to like that.
Well, what if he was Russian? So they
no, but pinpointing that he's the Russian on the team, that's very bad.
But most of the names is names they call themselves.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Show enough. Pac-Man. Alright, Namco, let's go. We know whose house we're going to. Can these credits hurry up? Because I have to poop.
Do you really?
Yeah, I've had to poop since before I even left my house.
Why didn't you go when you got here?
Because, my dilemma with pooping, it's like I wake up, poop, 30 minutes later, gotta poop again.
So just save it all for the second one?
I'm like, well, I did poop the first time, but like I'm letting it build up some more because if I go early, I'm just gonna have to go again. Steve Bloom.
Let it build up.
Yeah, I'm letting it build up, so I'm like
Steve
condensing
Bloom
all my poop rounds.
Was that just additional voices?
I think it was just
I'm
everyone.
gonna find out.
But yeah, and I would have gone before I left, but it is just so humid in my house, and we don't have air conditioning in the bathroom or anything, and I hope you do.
We don't.
That I'm like, I know you talk about sweating when you shit, but that's because your shit is that bad, but I'm just sweating because it's so humid in the air. And it would have been torture, so I was like, let me just wait till I get here. And
Oh
then
yeah,
like,
he's just an additional voice, the beacon operator.
let me just jump straight into streaming, and I was like, I don't really have to go
So
yet, so I'm
that
gonna let
voice
it build
that
up
was
some
like,
more.
Wind Turbine Alpha is online. That was
Oh.
Steve Blum. They got him in for that. Fred Testicore was the bartender. The David B. Mitchell is Armstrong Darkwater. I don't remember who David B. Mitchell is, but Jess Harnell, the voice of Crash. Isn't that the voice of Crash?
I think so.
Whatever. I actually don't care. Actually, we could just like
Can we?
quest continues and fuck. That's cute. That's kind of cute. When the game actually feels different in 2009.
And that's it.
Let's look at the manual. End it right now.